Okay, the Hewlett-Packard has been on for now probably an hour and a half. It's working absolutely fine. The distortion figure is back to perfectly acceptable limits. I changed in the N3 capacitors on the oscillator board. I've got a funny feeling these capacitors absorb water after time. I can't be sure of that. This had been stored, this generator. You could tell it was sort of unused. It had that sort of unused look about it. I'm wondering, because every time I've started this generator up, it's taken longer and longer for the fault to manifest itself. And I'm wondering if these caps are hygroscopic and they're actually taking water, and the high distortion I'm seeing is the capacitors sort of drying out and actually sort of sweating themselves free of the water. Anyway, I think quite honestly, if you have a similar generator or the same generator and it does the same sort of problem as this does, that's high distortion, erratic output, particularly at lower frequencies, I'd be inclined to, if you've just bought it and you're not sure of its history, to leave it on overnight in a warm room and just let it warm out and dry itself out. As you can see now, the distortion, certainly if I put the bandpass filter on, that's, it's actually gone up. It's sort of fluctuating a bit. It was very stable earlier on, but it's around 0.01%, which is pretty good. At 1 kilohertz, it's even less than that. It's 0.01, well, about the same, 0.16%. So it does look like it's basically cured itself. I think maybe changing the two capacitors have helped, but I think the first port of call, obviously I've had I haven't found anyone else who's had really the same experience and gone into the same depth. But it looks like just leave it on, leave it running, and give it the benefit of the doubt of sort of bedding in. You sort of always think that the electrolytics need reforming, but it looks like some of these more sensitive capacitors, certainly in very sensitive stages, if they're a bit damp or they have ingressed water, they're going to cause all sorts of strange problems. These caps I've taken out, I've checked them on bridges, and they all appear to be absolutely fine. But last night I've seen distortion figures of 6% when after 20 minutes or so, and as I say, it's been on for an hour now, and nothing. The distortion figures are very, very low indeed. So I think that's okay. I'm going to leave this on overnight, and come in the morning. It's going to be on overnight, so it'll be on for a good 7 or 8 hours. I'll make a note of the distortion figures before I go to bed, and then maybe in the morning it might have dropped back a bit further. But yeah, thanks for watching. I see someone has already posted a comment about doing a calibration. I need to do a calibration run on this, but I need to become a bit more au fait with the actual procedure. It's quite a complicated setup, and I probably need some other equipment, but I'll go through the calibration lineup in the manual tomorrow and see what I need to use, and then once I'm sure this thing's settled down and all the components are correct, I shall proceed with the calibration procedure. But yeah, seems to be working, and hopefully tomorrow it'll be even better and this distortion figure will settle down a bit. Thanks for watching.